it's on, Bob.
Call the meeting of the Leitchfield Utilities Commission to order for Thursday, December the 19th, 2024. You have a draft of the minutes of our meeting that was conducted on December 5th. If there are no additions or corrections, we'd entertain a motion to approve. Motion by Mr. Jones, second by Mayor Miller. All in favor? Aye. The next item is the approval and the ratification of the bill list.
I'll make a motion to approve them.
Motion by Mr. Ferris.
I'll second.
Second by Mr. Jones. Any question or discussion about any of those bills? All in favor?
Aye.
You were previously given the October 24 financial statement. Is there a motion to approve that one?
I'll move to approve those.
Motion by Mr. Ferris,
Second.
second by Mayor Miller. All in favor?
Aye.
Floor is open for any unfinished business.
If we've had the numbers presented to us on the bell cheese leaving and what that does to the budget, as long as everyone, and I know everyone on this board or the commission understands that that's not all profit. It's,
Right.
there's expenses to get to that number, such as the natural gas. We purchase it and then mark it up and resell it, so. But with the sewer, what percentage, I forgot what that was you emailed us, Dwight, what percentage of our customer base?
It's
will
around
that-
11%
So is there,
average, 11.8.
is there a need for the expansion to continue as we've got it drawn or as we're exploring, or should
There will
we?
be some changes. There'll be, but not substantial changes.
Okay.
The actual size of the plant, as far as the concrete structure and basins and things like that, will likely not change. There possibly be some changes in the chemical
Equipment.
Yeah,
equipment.
that's what I meant. Are we gonna,
horsepower sizes may
are we gonna
change.
continue to, we were planning on treating their waste,
Yes.
and it's a specific waste from that. I just didn't know if that, how much of that equipment could be eliminated if we weren't treating their specific waste they or that they sent to us.
There will be some changes. We had a meeting Monday with the engineers, the preliminary design work, and we talked about those things, and they'll take all of that into consideration
Okay.
with their design.
I just didn't want us to spend the money for something we weren't gonna use.
Exactly.
Even at that point, they had done better, hadn't they? Hadn't they switched?
Yeah, they'd
chemicals
already
and stuff?
they'd been pre-treating in a different,
Yes.
differently and
Yeah,
helping
they're
us.
Their surcharges were basically zero.
Right.
They have been for about the last 18 months.
Yes, so we had already, their revenue had already been cut down quite a bit.
Right, I knew that. I just
Yeah.
felt like that the new design probably took into consideration we would be treating their specific waste, and if we're not gonna, if there's no need for that for any other
Right.
customer, can we eliminate that?
You're right. Yeah, you're correct on that.
Okay.
What if we had someone else interested in coming that put out dairy like that? How hard would it be to go back and
It's-
retrofit the new plant to?
It's basically treatment. It's a treatment process, chemical-wise. There might be some injections of different, or we may have to add something to do that, but before the plant's built, surely we would know they were here or coming here.
Yeah.
The dairy industry is very unique as far as wastewater treatment. I think the odds of us getting another dairy industry is probably pretty slim. But in the event that happened, we could accommodate them through changes, in our new plant.
Okay.
But then, we're talking regionalization, so the footprint of the plant will likely not change.
Yeah.
We're hoping to get more grant money by being a regional.
Well, my concern was, were we buying any specific
Chemicals.
treatment equipment?
There
just for
were
that?
some,
And I felt like there were, but
yes.
I just thought if if we're not gonna use that, and I understand the mayor's position too, but I think most of that could be added in the link, during the time that it's gonna get from design to built, if someone's coming, surely they will come in that situation. Or during that time period, not that situation.
I agree.
Good points.
While you are on talking about Bill, that back page, I don't know if anybody's flipped all the way through theirs, has all the information that Sabrina gathered too, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just didn't have our, Dwight had sent us an email with percentage on it,
Yeah, I
and
think
it
she
wasn't
did a
on here.
different figure for
Yes,
him,
she did.
too.
I couldn't remember what those percentages were.
And that, the expenses block in there, that second block down, that's just basically the chemicals and so forth that they used, and like in gas, it's just the raw gas costs. So it doesn't really account for any overhead. So
No.
that's why I didn't want you to think that, I had her change, she said it was termed profit down there at the bottom. That's really not an accurate term. I mean, because these expenses doesn't account for any of our fixed cost or
Delivery.
overhead. Yeah,
Delivery or processing. It's
Right.
just-
Yeah.
labor, really. But, you know, to be fair, you know, it's not like we see a lot of ways to, I mean, it's not like Bill Brand's leaving, it's going to make us cut 4 employees.
No.
I mean,
I had just been asked
Yeah.
by different people, and
Right.
a lot of our customers and a lot of the citizens don't understand that that's not 100% profit.
Right.
Because we have an expense to treat the
Yeah.
water we sell them, an expense to treat the wastewater, and then also we
Exactly.
purchase our gas.
Right.
And mark it up and resell it. So it's,
Yeah.
the dollars we lose will come out of the budget, but it's, part of those dollars will go down in the expense column because we're
Right.
not
Yeah.
purchasing that.
It'll offset it.
It's a pretty good hit on us, but,
oh, yeah, it's very significant.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah,
get me
I
wrong.
don't, I'm not discrediting that, it's
Yeah.
just not as, when people, or when I'm asked, you know, how
Yeah.
much of the revenue it is, you also have to ask that question, how much of our expenses
Right,
Yeah.
were
break down.
attributed to that also?
and I think that begins to give you a pretty good look on that sheet there, but again, that doesn't
Right.
consider the fact that,
The trickle-down effect,
Yeah.
as people will say, is gonna be significant also,
yeah,
if people have to leave, take jobs somewhere else and we can't fill those homes, or
yeah.
support businesses, reduce business also, that, you know, we could see some differences, but they've been a very, very good member of our community for several years. I hate to see them leave like anybody else, and I hate it for the employees. And I know that on behalf of the commission, there was nothing we could do different to make them, make it any more enticing for them to stay in the city.
Any other on that particular topic? Other unfinished business? Just another update, I know we're getting to the point where I guess we just kind of need to make these each meeting, but the bypass lift station project, or the old Woodlawn project, we called it, they're continuing to move along on that, but Dwight tells me that some of the equipment inside the lift station's been on order since September, but, you know, there's a lot of lead time in it, so I think their pipe construction is pretty well complete, right?
it is. Some of the equipment for the lift station itself, they expect in middle of May.
Middle of May. Really?
Any other unfinished business? Under new business, there's a paragraph there, the Personnel Committee met and talking about our personnel handbook. And Lori, you want to address this?
I will. Michael Simon from KLC was here yesterday, just going through the whole personnel policy, and we did talk about the medical cannabis for our employees, and basically, of course, your gas employees are are prohibited, your CDL drivers are prohibited, our police officers are prohibited, your heavy equipment operators. So, we kind of come to a consensus that we just need to, pursuant to the KRS there, we need to go ahead and prohibit and not accommodate, because federal law, you know, most of the federal laws wipe out most of our employees being able to get that. So we're gonna go ahead and we'll pass this along to the council, at their next meeting. But, if you all wanna go ahead and make your recommendation, whether you wanna continue that way or not, that way I can let them know, and we'll get that, whatever consensus we come to, we'll get that into the handbook.
Dave, do you have any comment on that?
No, I think basically we're tied anyway. That's,
Yeah.
that's, I think that's.
Commissioners have any comment? Chair would entertain a motion to, on behalf of the commission, pass on to the city council that we are in agreement with the action of the Personnel Policy Committee.
I'll do that.
I'll second it.
Motion by Keith, second by Kevin. Any discussion? All in favor? Any other new business? Under other business, we plan on, our next regular meeting's January 2nd. I assume we'll plan on meeting then. Just FYI for you all, I will not be at the January 16th meeting. So you make plans accordingly for that, Keith. And
Thank you.
hopefully, well, not having quorum problems for that, but I just wanted to give you the heads up on the 16th of January. Any other discussion?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion by,
Second.
to adjourn by Mayor Miller, second by Mr. Ferris. All in favor?
Aye.